Today I'm going to be joining together the Evie pattern. So on the left here I have my printing plan for A4 and US letter, and on the right I've got the printed pages. You'll also need either sellotape or glue, some scissors and a ruler. Now I've already measured the top right hand corner of my first page of my pattern just to check that the scale is correct. So I'm satisfied that everything's good there. So I can start laying out my pages. And I'm referring back to that printing plan, which is found in the spec file, if I get a little bit lost along the way. It's pretty obvious which pages join together because of the symbols that are on the tops, the sides, or the bottom of the pages. And not all pages need to be joined together, only the ones that have symbols on them. So as you can see, I'm completing the bodice patterns. It's just the size 8 that doesn't quite fit on one sheet. So if you're not making a size 8, you don't even have to join these pieces together. And the bottom of page 6 and 7, that's the skirt that I'll be joining together. And the skirt is quite a large piece, so there's about 6 pages that need to be joined together there. Here I'm just cutting away the bodices because I will cut out the size later. Just focus on joining all the pages together first. And I tend to use glue as opposed to tape. I just find that glue lasts a little bit longer. If you're doing a lot of PDF pattern work, you find that you go through a ton of sellotape. So glue tends to be a little bit more economical. Right, so this is the bottom of the skirt pattern that I'm joining together now. So that completes that pattern piece, so we can just cut that away. And as you can see, this is the sleeve that is being joined together now. It is quite important to make sure that the squares do line up properly and that the symbols are lining up really well. If you go sort of a bit wonky on one, then the next one might be a bit even more wonky, and then every time you add another page the problem sort of gets worse. So they do line up perfectly the way that the files are made. It's just one big image that is then sort of chopped up into smaller images, but it's all done by computer, so they sort of can't not line up properly. However, if you do find that they're not lining up, do check your printer to see if it is maybe wrinkled the paper or is, I don't know, doing something strange. It's 99% of the time it's not the actual file. However, I'm always available to help troubleshoot these problems because they do happen. Once you've joined all the pages together, you can then cut out the required size. I'm cutting out size 5 here, and I've chosen to print out all the sizes at the same time. If you want to use the size layers, you can. Please see my other video showing you how to choose the layer that you want to be visible and hide all the other layers. So I'm just finishing off cutting out all the pattern pieces in size 5, following the relevant dots. And just this last big skirt piece. And then what I'm going to do is sort the pattern out into view A, view B, and some of the pieces are for both view A and B. So in particular, those side bodices are very important not to mix up the A and B.